Hi guys, this is just a little video to show you how I ended up setting up my finger joint router based on some tips and tricks that you guys gave me on the Facebook forum. So the main thing that really confused me was the bearing here at the top, which kind of makes no sense and is different to essentially all of the other videos or instructions you can find on the internet. So after I had a bit more of a think about what was going on, all I did was essentially take the bearing off. Now it's not a 1/2-inch bearing, which is really peculiar because I had to slightly modify my router table to actually make sense of that. So the next step really then is to set up my router fence to make sure it aligns properly with what I've got here. Now I've done a little bit beforehand just to show you what's going on. So just make sure, in my case, because I pivot my router fence or backstop over on one screw that's out of picture here, I need to make sure that the router blade is actually tangential to this to make sure I get the right setup. I then basically took a piece of wood and routed it on both ends. So the first bit showing top here, just running it basically through this way, and then on the other side turning the whole thing over, basically turn it around and did the same. Now as a result, when I basically, after I've cut it in half, I got something that looks like this, which obviously is no good, but when you offset it, it basically starts looking like this. Alright, so from there to there. I then found myself a shim, which is the same height, and what I found, actually builder shims seem to work quite nicely there. So this now gives me the same height as the other one. I then proceeded to take one away and cut another piece. Now this time with the shim underneath, and then so feeding it through this way. Okay, now if you then put these two together, you actually get a rather nice fit. You might need a little bit more adjustment, but that's definitely enough to glue it together and then run it through the planer. I hope this is going to be useful to some of you. I chose to make sure that this here is as high as it can be, and also on the first lot, as you can see here, make sure that I've got some decent meat here, because obviously the other side will have to take up on those little bits, so that when you put it together you end up with this. Thank you, bye bye.